Prep Beat. It's Thomas Lawrence. I'm TJ Holmes. Right now it's semifinals of Northern Section football action. We have a lot of rematches this week, in the semifinal round. Starting with Valley Bowl, our game of the week. West Valley going to Shasta Lake to play CV. West Valley lost their only game this year, in Valley Bowl at home to the CV team 31-7. They want redemption. CV has just been rolling since that win right now, and I mean, you got to like the way the Falcons have been playing.
Yeah, that win is really what set them off. They went through the NAL unbeaten, and one thing they're doing is that they've been running the ball well all season long, but they're passing it better, although still sparingly when they do. And their defense has come a long way under Matt Diskin, who came over from Shasta College to be the D coordinator in Shasta Lake. And they're playing a West Valley team that doesn't like excuses too much. They feel like they played their worst game of the season against CV. Austin and Clark hurt on the second play of that game, but they really feel like they came out flat, and that was a poor showing. And one sense I get from both sides, both coaching staffs, is that this game is going to be close either way.
Yeah, and in a rivalry game, you have to imagine that the game is going to be really close. And I give West Valley the edge in this one. Without Austin Clark that first game, I don't want to say it was a fluke, but they lost their best weapon. That forced them to be one-dimensional with Brady Castleman running, who now leads West Valley in rushing. With Austin Clark healthy now, I feel like West Valley has the weapons that they want to have. It's still going to be a brutal game, and it could go either way. I mean, we've been both kind of looking at on the fence this whole week about who we're taking and who might have the edge. I just give West Valley. I just think that their determination is going to overcome CV in this one.
In any sport, not just football, come the playoffs, I tend to lean toward the team that everything is going right for them at the specific time. Not that West Valley hasn't played good football, but for CV, their rushing game's going well. Their defense has come a long way, both in the secondary and on the line. Their passing attack is good when they use it. They run the ball and they set up that play action, and then the defense is just soft at the back, and they really burn them with that. And I've been deliberating back and forth more than any other game, any other prediction this year, but I got to lean towards CV kind of protecting that home field at Ron Hale this week.
Either way, it's going to be just a battle up there in Shasta Lake. I mean, it's the classic rivalry game that you want to see. Two really classy coaching staffs going at it, two programs with a lot of tradition with these coaching staffs in place, and these players play with so much heart and determination on the field. And with the rain element in there, it just could be a mess up there in Shasta Lake.
It could be a mess, and maybe the only place where it might be messier is down in Paradise. So Foothill going down to play the Bobcats in the Northern Section D1 semifinal. It's the fourth time in a row that Foothill has gone to Paradise in the playoffs. Last 2 years it's been the championship game, and it hasn't been close. They've lost. But different teams, different circumstances, maybe the same field, TJ. But looking at this game, what are your keys for both teams heading in?
Well, for Foothill, they have to stop the run. I mean, Paradise racked up over 600 yards of offense earlier when they beat them. They dropped a 53 spot on them. They get almost 500 of those yards were rushing. So Foothill's got to stop the run to be able to get the ball back and let this offense that's just breaking records left and right score and go down the field.
Absolutely. And when I look at both of these teams, I see Foothill and I see Paradise as maybe Paradise a little bit weaker, a little bit smaller. They don't, Jonathan Dixon, a bruising guy, but he's not quite Albert Stevens, who they had before. Foothill might be a little better all around, but considering the circumstances, and you hate to pick a game one way or the other because of the field, but that's a huge part of it, and that's why I got to give the edge to Paradise. Their style just fitting their home field at home rates so well.
Especially with Tom Hayes, Johnny Porter, and Jonathan Dixon all healthy. Now it's just going to be another rematch, looking at from earlier in this year. But I feel like Foothill's offense is rolling right now. I wouldn't be shocked to see if Foothill can win this game, but home field is such a big advantage this year.
Absolutely, especially in Division I.
Yeah, and then you look at another Division I semifinal where home field was a big one last time was Enterprise hosting Chico. Enterprise won the earlier season meeting by 1 point. Chico didn't get a 2-point conversion late, and Enterprise was able to get a first down and hold them off and everything. With or without rain, anything else, it's going to be played on turf. Both these teams, explosive offenses, playmakers all over the field. There's so many different factors looking at this game. I broke it down all week. For you've kind of been following it as well. What is it going to have to come down to for who's going to go to the finals after this one?
TJ, when I look at this game, it reminds me a lot of major college football games that you see recently. It reminds me of a USC-Oregon game we watched a couple of weeks ago. It's these two offenses that are so loaded and so high-powered and have so many different ways of hurting you that, to me, in this game with Chico and Enterprise, it's the defense that can step up for a stop here and there. This game could be easily in the 50s in my opinion, maybe in the 40s, who knows. But it's really that defense who can get that pass deflection here, stop on a 3rd and long here or there, and keep that slight edge and, keep that confidence on the defensive side too, especially if they can get a stop or two early on.
Yeah, you can look at both defenses are going to move some things around. Enterprise is probably going to drop into a 2-safety set with Brad Woods and Zach Trueblood, to defend, the aerial attack that Chico has. They can throw it all over the field to a lot of different guys. You look at Enterprise's offense, they can do so many different things. They have Brad Woods back healthy now. He only carried the ball 3 times against Chico. I feel like that's going to be the biggest factor in this game, that a healthy Brad Woods who is going to get 20 carries at least in this game, I feel like. And then Brock Barr's back, who broke his clavicle a few weeks ago against Foothill. He's back in this game. He's our 2nd best receiving option behind Travis Hall. I feel like that just opens up this playbook so much more.
Definitely. And TJ, you've been buried in max preps all week. You've been in practice. You've been looking at every possible thing from field conditions to players to what kind of hot dogs they're selling. After all that research, what's your pick? Who you got in this game?
I like Enterprise. I picked them to win the Division I section title before this year started. I stuck with them heading into the playoffs. They're at the number 1 seed. They're playing at home against a team they already beat and they're the healthiest that they've been in a long time. And they have one of the best playmakers in the entire section back healthy completely, who Chico didn't even see hardly at all. So I gotta lean towards Enterprise in this one.
I'm gonna have to agree with you there. I picked them once the postseason rolled around. I actually picked Paradise preseason, but Enterprise to me, just that Brad Woods being healthy is the biggest thing that sticks out to me in my mind. And he's been running like a horse for them recently. He's been incredible, and not only what he brings there, but what he brings in that pass defense on the Chico guys like Jesse Holmes is just invaluable for Darren Trueblood and the Hornets. And when you look at 8-man football, semifinals everywhere else, 8-man championship out in Palisadro, Reading Christian, just its 2nd year as a program hosting Dunsmuir, Lions number 1, Dunsmuir number 2. Neither program has a championship in history. They're both looking for their first one. A huge factor is that the Lions lost Hayden Piper, the number 1 8-man offensive yardage guy in the state of California, so they're going to have to adjust a lot to a tough rushing team in Dunsmuir.
And for all of our playoff recaps and highlights and scores and everything, check out prepbeat.com.